Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Courtney and I'm a full-time reseller on Poshmark and eBay. And today I'm here because I ran a little bit of an experiment and I thought it would be helpful to share. So if you saw the title, I don't know what it said, but it probably said something like, I made an extra $850 in 1 month by making one change to my Poshmark business. That might be too long for YouTube title, but that's what happened. So it's been over a month now, but I, one weekend, decided to try something different. And that weekend sold an extra, I don't know, $150, $200 or something by making one change. And I was about to do a video. In fact, I filmed a video to share it. And then I thought, one weekend, I mean, sure, that'd be helpful to share, but what if I did this for an entire 30-day period? And wouldn't that be more impactful? Because then it would show kind of the full month. It would show, I just thought it would be better analysis of this experiment. So I held firm. I continued on with that little experiment. And if you follow me on Instagram, I think, you probably saw something like most of these packages this weekend were because I changed something and everyone sent me messages like, please share, please share. And I decided I'll finish this experiment and hopefully be more helpful. So what did I do? First and foremost, if you aren't already subscribed, definitely consider hitting the subscribe button down below. And if you like the video, hit the thumbs up, let me know. I think these experiments sometimes take time and thought and, putting all this stuff together. But I think hopefully this will be helpful. And the main point of this video, and I should just clarify, is not that this one thing will work for everyone or that this one thing is really any new idea. The concept of this video is that don't listen to YouTubers. And what I mean by that is I think a lot of us, when we start reselling, we watch people on YouTube. Maybe some of you are watching this and I'll say I do something. And so then you're like, oh, she does it this way. She's doing well. I should do it that way. And that's not a bad thing. I think we share our journey to hopefully be inspirational, or not inspirational, but give ideas and share what's working for us and what's not working. And I've said this before, I never watch any videos that are like making strong claims about anything. 5 things you can do to increase your Poshmark sales. They're a turn off for me because I don't think everything is going to work equally for each person and their business. But I do think that in this situation, for a year of reselling, I stood firm on doing something because one of my favorite people on YouTube in the early days said they did this. And I just didn't question it. I was like, well, they're super successful. They do it this way. I was also part lazy, and this was kind of the lazy way out, and I'll explain. But I think the concept of this video is, if someone says something on YouTube and it works for them, give it a shot or don't. But also maybe try something else, especially when you're for me, I was in a summer slowdown and I really needed to try some new things. And I'm bummed that I waited so long. But anyways, that's what we're going to talk about. What did I do? What change did I make? This is something that I've heard other people say since I heard this. So the change I made is not new. And basically, I've said many times, I hate offer to likers on Poshmark. I felt like there is a buy now button and there is an offer button. And if people want to buy something, they can use one of those 2 buttons. And if they send me a reasonable offer or if they hit buy it now, they'll get the item. And it's just, in my mind, it was just very black and white. Offers, I would, once a month, because it didn't take me long to grow my closet. I really went in strong. And before you knew it, within a couple months, I had 500 active listings. And to send out offer to likers on 500 items plus, now I'm at 1,100 items, it's just too time consuming. And when I would do it once a month, I wouldn't see a huge return. And it was like, well, this is just a giant waste. Some people love them. Some people, post all these package piles, great offer to likers day or make a deal day. And I'd just be sitting there going, God, that's such a waste of time. And I just would rather list new things than play these games. What changed? I'll tell you what changed. I went on eBay one day and, eBay has offer to watchers. And there was something, I can't even remember the item, but there was something. And I went to watch it Now, I have never watched an item on eBay. If I want something, I'll buy it. Like, that's just, if I need something, I'll buy it. I've never watched an item. I watched it. And in a split second, I was like, wait, why did you just watch this item? If you want it, you buy it. I didn't 100% want it. But what I was doing was, if they sent me a good offer, I might accept. It was like this aha moment, right? And I sat there and went, I hate, and hate's a strong word. I really strongly dislike sending offers to people. But what did I just do? I liked something, and if that person sends me an offer within, 24 or 48 hours, when it's still fresh in my mind, I would probably accept. But I'm not going to send them an offer because I don't absolutely need this item. And I thought to myself, if my shopping habits have changed, then I probably need to just accept that shopping habits might be changing for a lot of people. And maybe they have been. Maybe I've been losing out on a lot of sales. So that's the aha moment. And what I decided to do that one weekend, I think it was a Thursday night when I did that eBay watch thing. And I think I decided Friday through Sunday I would run a test and see how it did. And it was pretty successful, a couple hundred or something extra dollars. And so then I, like I said, filmed the video and decided to keep going with the experiment. Now, I sent out offers on almost all liked items within about a 24-hour period. I was not going on there. I am not a slave to my phone. I have the phone right now is on Do Not Disturb, so I don't have messages popping up. I don't have cell service when I'm out hiking with my dog. I'm not a slave to my phone. So I do try to kind of commit, okay, if once or twice a day I can go on and go to the likes and send offers to the recent likes up until the last one I sent an offer to, then let's see what happens. And I also was kind of not sending it on things that just immediately were listed. So, I mean, if it had been listed within a day or two, I wasn't sending out offers on those items just because give people a chance to buy it, but I was sending out offers on the majority of things. And I think I got most things, but I slowed down at the end of the month. I mean, 30 days is a long experiment for me. And to be honest, it's still time consuming, even going on each day and just doing that process. It wasn't too much time, but I definitely saw myself fading a little bit at the end. So keep in mind a couple things. These items could have sold without an offer. I don't know how to measure that. I would say I get a lot of people liking items and not many people liking an item and then immediately buying or buying within a 24-hour period. So I think the fact that I wasn't sending out offers within minutes, but more within that, 6 to 8 hour range, they've had ample time to kind of buy something or send me an offer if they want. And I had regular sales like that. So, mostly older, low dollar items were what's selling for this. And there's a couple of reasons that could have happened. I really wasn't sending out offers on low priced items before that. I just wasn't wasting my time. I just had this mindset, like it's priced at $15. I don't want to put any effort into these low priced items. And we're all learning, right? I have a lot of items in my closet that I bought a year ago that I would not buy today. Or I tried some closet clear outs and it just didn't work for me, but I've got those lower priced items and it's just easier for me to keep them listed and potentially sell them than to donate them because if I could make a few dollars on them, that'd be better than nothing. So, so that's kind of the backstory. So one of the things that surprised me was I was really surprised there weren't more counter offers. So I can't remember the last time I sent out an offer of 10%. And it's partly because I don't think that would inspire me to buy something. Like if you take the eBay example, if I had gotten an email notification, like so-and-so sent you an offer of 10% off this item, that's not significant enough for me. It's not a good enough deal. So all of the offers I sent were at least 20 to 30% off my asking price. I'm not saying that you can't have success with 10%. I just know that it's not that satisfying for me as a consumer to get a 10% offer on, I don't know why I did air quotes, but a 10% offer on something. It didn't take much time, but like I said, it did over the course of the 30 days feel like it was just another daily task that could be automated. And I was starting to build up a little bit of frustration. Still to this day, I mean, this experiment ended probably 3 or 4 weeks ago, and still to this day, it's like every couple days I'll pop on and send some offers, but I'm not a slave to it. And I really all this stuff can be automated from the back end. And if they're wanting to drive sales, then make it easier for, sellers to send out these offers instead of manually going in individually and doing it. But that's just, wishful thinking down the road. We'll have a send an offer to every item, all likers on items. That would be dream come true. Yeah. So what did I sell? I broke this up into two. So when half the month went by, I wanted to see how I was doing. So I calculated the numbers, and keep in mind, this wasn't the 1st through the 30th. This was like the 14th, I think I started, until the 13th of the next month. So it was a 30-day period. The first half of the month, I had $479 in gross sales from items that had received an offer to liker on Poshmark. Most of these items were between $10 to $15. A few items that sold for a little bit more, but I was really happy to see some really older items selling and just getting rid of them. And after you remove on that $479, I never give full shipping. So it was $1.80 per item of a shipping discount times the 22 items, broke down to $39.60 as far as the shipping discount. The fees was the $23.60 of the shipping discount plus $77 in the fees. And so it broke down to $100.60 that I could subtract from that, which left me with $338.80 as the payout of those items. That was the first half. The second half, I only had $366. And again, that second half, I think I just wasn't doing it as consistently. Again, a lot of low ticket items, a few medium, but a lot of low ticket. So the fees were $73.20 and the discount, the shipping discount was $30.60. So that left me with $262.20. So gross sales for that 30-day period was approximately $850 in gross sales of items that I sent offer likers and they accepted. I don't think I think there were a couple people that countered, and I didn't, because how I went through this to collect data, I was looking at shipping discounts. And so if they countered me, so there were a few items where I know they countered and they wanted an extra 10% off and I accepted. So I didn't include that in that. So I probably am closer to 1,000 in sales for just this 30-day period on top of my normal sales. And so that was my experiment. So total payout after, it was 39 items that I could see based off of shipping discount that sold, and it was $601 in payout. So after the shipping discount, after the fees, before the cost of goods, I don't think that's a bad return on an experiment. Some of my final thoughts around this. It was helpful for me to just have that aha moment and go, you don't like this, but if everyone's jumping on this bandwagon, then the experience or the expectations from buyers is probably changing, evolving, and you can resist certain things, but is it the smart thing to do? Like I resisted this for a year, and was it the right thing to do? Yeah, I don't think anything is bad if you can learn from it. Some of those people could have come back, like I mentioned, and gave me an offer. So some of these could have resulted in a sale, but a lot of these were items that had been sitting for 6 months or more and just didn't have much activity. Are these quality buyers? And what I mean by that is, I'm sure every buyer is a good buyer. They're buying something from you, but would there be more buyer's remorse? So for example, going back to the eBay example, if he would have sent me an offer, which he didn't, but if he would have, and I would have accepted, it wasn't really an item I needed. So would I have received the item and figured out a way to, I shouldn't have accepted that offer. I didn't really need this item. I'm going to find a way to return this. I did have, I think, one of these items returned, and I didn't write it down. And it was a cardigan that came back, really smelled strongly of very strong scent. And so it was, but it really only one. Everything else went through just fine. And, so maybe, but I just assume that these people they're not wanting it so bad to send an offer. They'll accept an offer, but does that lead to more buyer's remorse? And I will continue to do this when I have time. So as with most things with Poshmark, sharing, following, parties, all the social components, to me, this is just one more component of it takes time, and is it worth the time? I think with the time spent, this was worth it for me to run the experiment. But if I miss a day, I'm not going to, torture myself. I'm just going to, okay, when I remember, oh, I should go send some offer likers. But I do think it was much more effective to do this periodically over the month than to just do it all in one sitting and, spend 3 hours sending offer likers on all my items. So that was the experiment. Again, the concept of this was not to, hey, this is what works, or this is the only thing that will work, but just more or less mix things up, try new things. At least that's what I'm trying to do. If someone, including me, says that they do something on YouTube, hopefully they're saying it just to be helpful to share. But I don't, at least this person that I remember didn't say this is what everyone needs to do. It wasn't a strong claim. It was just, hey, this is what works for me. And I assumed if it worked for them, it would be the best thing, when in reality, it's actually not the best thing for me. So anyways, if you found this helpful, hit the thumbs up. It means a lot to me, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.